I heard that black woman is on the hunt. Or maybe they're being hunted. Let me say that again. I heard that black women are being hunted by Milwaukee killers. Oh, y'all think that it's a game, huh? You think that it's a game? No, this is serious. This is real life. Check it out.
The new search for remains in the killing of a 19-year-old Milwaukee woman. Prosecutors have charged Maxwell Anderson with homicide, mutilation, and arson in the death of 19-year-old Shade Robinson. She was last seen on a date with Anderson April 1st. On April 2nd, someone found a severed leg in Cudahy's Warnemont Park.
Before we get into this, shout out to my divestors. Remember when y'all said y'all wanted to be passport cysts? And listen. Love to the family, condolences. Y'all got to be careful who y'all out here hanging with. I keep trying to tell you. I know you want something foreign. Hey, who you talking to? He's a French model. Bonjour. He not a French model. He a regular white man that was a bartender hunting for black women so that he can go ahead and cut off a couple legs. Y'all keep listening to sprinkles and all of these women out here keep telling y'all, ooh, go ahead, girl, get you go get this. Treat them bad. They'll do this better for you and all of this. All right. Okay. All right. 19-year-old woman. 19 years old. 19 years old. You a child to me. You a child to me. Stay in a child's place. And y'all keep telling me, Anton, why are you so overprotective? Because it's monsters walking around outside. It's monsters walking around outside every day. Every single show, I show you the monsters that's waiting for you. You just so happen to not be walking down the wrong street at the wrong time or going into the wrong bar or meeting the wrong person on a swipe left or the swipe right. You just so happen to not be doing this. And so you okay. For now. It's monsters walking around.
Second, someone found a severed leg in Cudahy's Warnemont Park. Prosecutors say DNA evidence shows that it is Robinson's. Remains found in other areas have not yet officially been linked to Robinson. As 12 News' Emily Polfall reports, Robinson's family and friends are looking for more volunteers in the search.
Now we want y'all to look up the bluff and down on the ground. Y'all know what y'all looking for? Yes. Okay. I just want to warn you.
Grit and determination through grief. Another day of searching for Shade Robinson's remains and searching for closure for her family.
I think everybody's just overwhelmed.
Tracking through water and mud, Robinson's cousin sits in Warnemont Park after searching all day, too exhausted to go on camera.
It's just tiring because we're not getting anywhere. But our family needs peace and we need closure, so I don't want to stop.
A group of about 20, they're searching places mentioned in the criminal complaint of Robinson's suspected killer, Maxwell Anderson, accused of scattering her body parts across Milwaukee County. The search party spent most of Saturday looking here in Warnemont Park. People we spoke to say they came out to help search to try to bring peace to Robinson's family.
It was really hard terrain, and you kind of have to be a madman to do it well.
This is Robinson's friend Josh.
I felt compelled to do that. I owed that to her.
The pair met at Pizza Shuttle, where Robinson worked.
She was gorgeous, and her smile could brighten anyone's day, and she just had that personality where she could cheer you up.
The group is still learning how to organize a widespread search party, and they're doing it with little help.
I've never been part of a search or anything like this before.
People want to get on the water because obviously she might be in the water and we don't have the resources.
In Warnemont Park, Emily Pofall, WISN 12 News.
The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office telling 12 News tonight all known locations have been searched multiple times, also saying the search is ongoing as they continue to identify possible new locations through investigation. And the man charged with killing Robinson is on your screen, Maxwell Anderson. He's in jail tonight on a $5 million bond. He is expected back in court later this month.
So let's learn more about our Milwaukee friends out here in these streets. Again, his name is Maxwell Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
He's a Milwaukee bartender now at the center of an investigation into a severed leg. 12 News Investigates is learning more about Maxwell Anderson, including what law enforcement sources tell us they found in his basement.
Anderson has not been charged. At the same time, 19-year-old Sade Robinson has been missing for 10 days.
Police say she was last seen April 1st with her burnt car later found near 30th and Lisbon.
This past weekend, investigators discovered human remains near 31st and Galena over 3 consecutive days.
Now, this is the second place a body part was found in Milwaukee County in a week. That severed leg was found in Warnemont Park in Cudahy on April 2nd.
12 News' Hannah Hilliard is live outside Anderson's home near 39th and Oklahoma. And Hannah, you've been looking into his past all day long.
Yeah, Joyce and Patrick, and we have uncovered a lot, including Anderson's ties to Waukesha County and what sources are telling us investigators found inside this home exactly 1 week ago. This is the man behind bars, but not yet charged.
In the interest of Maxwell Stephen Anderson.
Appearing in court in connection to a case that's captivated Milwaukee. Who is Maxwell Anderson? We know he's a Southside resident whose house at 39th and Oklahoma was searched by investigators 2 days after someone found a severed leg on the Lake Michigan shore in Cudahy. 12 News has confirmed the 33-year-old man has ties to Waukesha County, attending Kettle Moraine, Catholic Memorial, and Pewaukee high schools in the early 2000s. Anderson has a criminal record, a 2014 misdemeanor disorderly conduct conviction in Waukesha County after an incident with a family member in Delafield, and in 2015, a misdemeanor domestic violence case out of Door County. For the last few years, he's worked at several Milwaukee bars.
He works full-time,
including the Rave from 2018 to 2020, most recently working at Victor's nightclub on the east side. A woman who claims she met Anderson there spoke to 12 News by phone, but asked not to be identified out of fear for her safety. She says he once invited her to his Southside home.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer. I keep telling y'all, stop going home with these people. You keep going home with them. She met him. Other girls met him. He proposed, hey, baby, hey. You want to have a drink with me at my house? No, I just live right up the street. We can walk there. No, I'm just kind of like a hippie, just living life, enjoying life. Probably had his hair up in a man bun. Maybe made a couple TikTok videos. No, I'm just living life. I'm just free and outgoing and just having a good time. Think about all of the women that's probably watching this and thinking to themselves, man, I'm glad I didn't go home with him. Man, I'm happy I didn't go home with him. That could be me, whose remains is scattered about and people are looking for me tomorrow. I wonder, here's my real question. I wonder how many people he actually did this to already. If she is the only one, if that woman is the only one that he did this to, or is this his very, very first time of ever doing this?
I remember there being something about a hole in the yard, and this was back in fall. I remember asking about it, and he was like, oh, I'm building a garden.
In a view from News Chopper 12,
all right, that looks like a hole there, actually.
a gaping hole next to Anderson's house was visible earlier this week. Inside the home,
And when I got in, it just kind of seemed like he was in the middle of a whole bunch of renovations, but kind of seemed like the kind of guy that never would finish them.
Thursday, 12 News learned from multiple law enforcement sources Anderson had what is described as a sex dungeon in his basement.
So I got a little bit of a tour, and he was like, do you want to see the basement? And I was like, no, I'm okay. He's like, it's creepy down there. And I was like, no, that's okay.
Now, Hannah, Anderson hasn't been charged, but is still being held after almost a week in jail.
Right, Joy. So the court did give prosecutors an additional 72 hours to either charge Anderson or release him. Those 72 hours run out tomorrow morning. We will, of course, be sure to stay on top of any developments and bring them to you as they happen on air and online.
Hannah Hilliard live in Milwaukee. And as we have been reporting, that 72-hour hold on Maxwell Anderson expires tomorrow. We asked legal expert Craig Mastantuono about what could happen next.
If he's released, that doesn't stop prosecutors and police from continuing to gather evidence and potentially charge Mr. Anderson at a later date. In other words, tomorrow's not a dismissal or move forward date. It's a move forward with a complaint or release the suspect.
Hey, I got a sex dungeon downstairs. You want to see it? Hey, dog, ain't that a line directly from that Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix series or the Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix thing that he had going on? I got a sex dungeon downstairs. Do you want to see it? What? In the basement. Man. So, rest in peace to that young lady. I'm wondering how many people actually is a part of what it is that he had going on, and that's very much unfortunate. So, prayers up for her and her family. We don't like to see bad things happen to good people.